Welcome back to Super Cali Land. Hopefully you can hear and see me. This is actually my first visit to the Palm Springs Air Museum here in Palm Springs, California. I wanted to bring you guys a fun live, and this seemed very Independence Day, 4th of July, American type of attraction that I think we can all enjoy together. Again, this is my first visit, so we're just gonna be exploring this air museum together. I'm gonna go ahead and show you kind of the grounds right outside the entryway, and then we'll start to explore. There are so many hangars. There's over 70 aircraft here today. So there's a lot to look at, and that's why, even though this was scheduled for 2 o'clock, I decided just to start a few minutes early because there is so much ground to cover. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for everybody who watches the playback. All right. So again, we are in Palm Springs, California, and this is adjacent to the Palm Springs International Airport. Hey, Paul, thank you so much. Hiya. I thought you might like this video. I just mentioned there's over 70 aircraft here for us to hang out and explore. Yes, I am live again, Nikki. I wanted to do more than just a talking head, especially for all of my new subscribers. You guys are awesome for taking a chance on a smaller channel, and I know a lot of you are here for theme park and SoCal attractions. And this air museum, the Palm Springs Air Museum, is right in my backyard. It's right here in Palm Springs, and it's my first visit, and I can't wait to come back with Jesse and the kids because kids under 12 are free, you guys. In fact, I might even get a pass because it's good for an entire year from the date of purchase, and I can come back whenever I want and explore because there's no way we're gonna see it all in one day because there's so much to see, you guys. I'm really impressed. I got a little rundown when I went inside and checked in, and there's just so much to see, primarily World War II, but also a lot of other things. They've added so many hangars. I think there's about 5. They just added 3 weeks ago. There is a Stealth here, and so that's really exciting. So that just opened up, I found out. So that will be where we end the tour. And yes, I heard the news about Splash Mountain. We all knew this Tiana re-theming, reimagining was coming, but today Disney officially announced it. So I did post that on my Instagram. If you guys want up-to-the-minute theme park and SoCal travel updates, definitely go to Super Cali Listic on Instagram because I try to post as many of those updates you guys are looking for there, and we can chat about it. And then of course I do a theme park live chat every Tuesday at 5, so you guys come check that out if you're new here in Super Cali Land. So here's just the parking lot. Nice. Paul just got his tickets for Oogie Boogie Bash and Halloween Horror Nights over at Universal. Congratulations, Paul. I still need to get on that. So this is the main entry point, and there's a visitor center and gift shop. I'm thinking we'll hit the gift shop at the end because there's so much to see. So it looks like they're open daily 10 to 5. And just let me know, you guys, if you have any trouble hearing or seeing, because again, I don't really know what my data is gonna be like inside of these hangars, but there's some murals up here. Thank you, Paul, for welcoming people into the chat. And happy almost Independence Day, everybody. Here's the donor wall. And happy Friday, yeah, for sure. So we'll hit the gift shop for those of you that like to shop. Nikki, if you're still here, we'll hit that. Oh, here it is. So this is it. Save the Nighthawk. The F-117A Nighthawk Stealth Fighter. It says coming soon. It is here, you guys. So it opened 3 weeks ago, so we'll end the tour in that hangar. And there is a little table here of merchandise too. If you're coming to the Palm Springs Air Museum, you check in over here on the left and you get your ticket and you put on your little sticker so they know that you paid, and then you can check in at this desk here. They are awesome and very knowledgeable, everyone volunteering here, and they'll point you in the right direction and tell you everything you need to know on your visit here. And then there are some model planes right here over this check-in desk. The bathrooms are over here on the left, if you need to know. I believe also here we have the B-17, and there is one here on site. There's also a flight simulator that we'll try, and there's a real flight simulator, but you need to pay for that separately. It's $25, and you have to schedule it in advance. One instructor, and you have to do it with an instructor. So here, you guys, there are model planes. I'm gonna quietly walk you around. Thank you, Paul. Yes, please smash those likes. It really helps. More people will get if you do that. So thank you so much for the support. So here is the program for this room. They have World War II films playing. They're all about 20 minutes long. And here's the program. So right now, it's the Nazi POWs in America is finishing up, and the Mission Berlin will start. But I'm not gonna sit here and do that for too long, but I do wanna quietly walk in and show you the model planes that they have here.
Today, as I have for several years, for many years, every one of them says that they never were Nazi.
The American government prosecuted the 7 POWs who murdered Hugo Pratt and sentenced them to death.
Directly after the war finished, President Truman ordered that the execution should take place. The reason he waited was to protect Americans in Germany.
As the war ended and German atrocities were revealed, things would soon change for the German POWs in America.
It was really critical how friendly we got towards the end of the war. And then conditions came up.
In mid-1945, the Allied defeat of the Nazi dictatorship of Germany, Americans were celebrating in the streets. But in the German POW camps, all was quiet.
That's so fun, Paul. I thought you might like airplanes. I just had a feeling you might be into this. Works of engineer here. Pretty incredible. And when you think about how rapidly air flight actually,
We thought, of course, my God, we were a very exceptional group.
what a crazy time.
Home early. No dice. We stayed longer in captivity than the rest.
At Fort Getty in the United States, German prisoners attend special classes fit them for leadership in their own country. The Gestapo they learn is now, along with other fascist institutions.
The project was an attempt to indoctrinate the next generation of Germans on the virtues of American democracy.
This is absolutely forbidden by the very same Geneva Convention that we followed so closely before. Because if we can re-educate their prisoners, they can re-educate or brainwash our prisoners.
The U.S. detained the POWs.
I don't know if you guys caught that little comment from that piece of the documentary, but they were saying how they followed the Geneva Convention in the beginning with their POWs from Germany, from Nazi Germany, and then towards the end they were actually going against the tenets of the Geneva Conference because they were basically indoctrinating them with, you know, American ideals. So here is the first wing, you guys. There's actually here, let me show you, I have this here, I have a brochure. So you can kind of get a sense. Again, there's over 70 planes. So there's a lot to see. So here's the main entry points. And we walked into the visitor services, and there's a little room there, the Ron Owen Theater. And then you go to your right, and these are all World War II planes, but from different regions. So right now, this is the European. So just to see this again, it says up here, see the European Theater of Operations and Donald and Peggy Craven's hangar. So they donated money to make this happen. And so now we're gonna head into here. Oh, excuse me, you're fine. So here are actual planes. So out front, they're more like the models. And then in here, they have a lot of planes, World War II planes parked, you guys. And apparently they move around a lot. So if you come, you know, you might see something totally different. They move the planes weekly even, is what I was told. So that's pretty cool if you're local and you want to come on a regular basis. And then in the middle here, I believe, is that B-17. Am I saying that right? B-15. I'm clearly not a plane expert, but I thought this would be fun. The B-17. I don't remember which one I said. I don't know. I think I said it right the first time. So that's the centerpiece of this. Yay, Lizzie's Magic Key. Thank you for turning on your bell notifications. And just so you know, I am planning some theme park travel. I'm in Palm Springs, so I don't go every day, but I go at least once a month or more. We'll actually be at Knott's Berry Farm tomorrow, and if I can, I will try to live stream the fireworks. They're doing fireworks from July. All right, you guys, so I think in there, I was worried about that. In the hangars, it's gonna be a little tricky, but they might have Wi-Fi, so just hold on for a second. All right, you guys. Yeah, we were off the grid. Hey, custodial cast member, thank you for joining us today. Happy almost Independence Day, you guys. So we're gonna give this another shot. We're gonna cross our fingers and hope that we can walk all the way through these hangars. That would be really, really cool. So let's give it a try. Thank you so much for your help. No, not all done, just getting started. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you. Thank you. She was really sweet and helped me a lot with just all the information that I needed to know. So let's give this a try again. Let's take a look at this B-17 and hope it doesn't cut out on us. Basically the centerpiece of this hangar here. There's a lot to see. And it's really fun to see all the different paintings on the front of the plane or the side of the plane, the pinup girls. It's really interesting. I mean, I'm sure, you know, you might have mixed feelings about it. However, it is all right. Sled City Elevators, thank you for having those bell notifications on. It is really interesting, the psychology of it, you know, like what it would take to fly in there and what kind of motivation you might need, you know, maybe a proverbial woman at your side, dream girl, if you will. This one's actually kind of almost inappropriate, but historic. So that's interesting. The Squirt 8, won't really comment on that. This is a family-friendly channel, so. But still very, very interesting. And then I'm sure a lot of you Disney fans know that Disney did a lot of these warplane, you know, propaganda. So you might see Donald Duck on the side of one of these planes. So very interesting history. There he's riding the torpedo. So crazy. And then we've got here some cars too. Thanks for subscribing, Darren. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy this. if you guys like this, I mean, this is really close to me. And like I was saying, they move the planes around a lot and everyone's super friendly here. This would be, oh, thanks Adventures with Paul for bringing Darren to the channel. I really appreciate it. This would be a fun thing to like see like what planes they've moved around, what's new. There's just so much to look at here. It's very full of all kinds of artifacts from World War II mostly. There is a Korean wing, and then again the stealth just opened up, so we will try to go see that too. So very tumultuous time. We've kind of just been in one war or another for years, really. Very interesting history. I don't know the relationship the cars have to the planes. They're definitely not World War II cars. I don't know if they just added those in because people donated them. If anybody in the chat knows a lot about cars and planes. Yeah, it's interesting with the cars. I don't know if they're from, you know, maybe a local donor up against the World War II planes. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying this. Thanks for joining us, Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. I'm guessing you're going to that too. I know Paul just got his tickets. I really need to get on that. I don't know how much coverage I'll do because this is mostly family friendly, but we'll see. Here's another one. There's another painting back here, like an animated. You know, it's almost whimsical and humorous, which is so interesting because it's so serious war, you know. You'll be going. All right, cool. A tribute to the fallen soldiers. They have a lot of neat like histories and videos. I'm glad someone's getting my humor there. Nikki's laughing. It's always a little delayed. Oh, here's Miss Angela. She looks almost Polynesian, doesn't she? With her like a Minnie Mouse, a Polynesian Minnie Mouse with her polka dot bathing suit. Wow, look at this. You can like see the inside of the propeller. Now here, this car would be more of the period, right? This is before World War II, of course, 1932, a Studebaker. Look at that car. It's called the Dictator. Wow, they don't mess around. You're at level Dictator if you can afford the Studebaker, huh? Imagine, like, a lot of people would still have a horse and buggy at that point. That's crazy to think about. Oh, and look at this. There's actual plane parts. Yeah, isn't that cool? I agree. Dang, it is really cool, and it's in mint condition. I mean, a lot of these things run. They move the stuff around. So everything in here, these are working planes. In fact, you guys check this out. I want to share this with you before I forget. You can actually pay for flights in some of these warplanes. So here in Palm Springs, oh, where'd it go? I have a brochure. Oh, here it is. Okay. So they're called the Warbird Rides. Yeah, I don't know how it would do on the highway, but they can drive it around the hangar from position to position. Maybe it goes to some car shows too. I don't know. So here, for $125, you can fly. You could fly inside of. I'm sure there's a pilot. The C-47 SkyTrain, all the way up to a ride in a T-33 Thunderbird for almost $5,000. So you book it online and on weekends, and they said they actually had some flights go up last Saturday. So even in the summer months, it's happening. So that's pretty cool if you want that experience, just to know about that. I don't know how many people can ride for that price, if it's just one person or up to, 2 or 3. I don't know how many people. There's some plane models. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone that popped over and subscribed and is watching. I really appreciate it. Oh, this is cool. I didn't expect to see cars, so this is really like a bonus. A 1939 Opel Kadett K38, an officer's car. So if you were an officer, this would be the car that you would be assigned to. Not bad. Interesting. Not as shiny, matte black, very, functional. Oh, here it says this display is from the collection of Dr. Sean Brenfeld. Each item here is kept in running condition and was actually from the German Wehrmacht during World War II. So this would have been European troops would have been, an officer would have been assigned this car. 74,000 units were produced before 1945. Wow. Wow. So that really relates. That's a World War II vehicle. European. Everything here is European. I don't know how the Mustang fits in, so we'll have to get a tour. Apparently there's some volunteers here that do like a really amazing tour, so we'll have to come back. Here you can get some, it looks like it's called the Victory Canteen. So some food and refreshments. It is really hot. It's not too bad for Palm Springs summer. It's about 105 right now, so it's doable. Here's a penny pincher. Jesse, my husband, loves the penny pincher. For souvenir coins here, you can get a B-17 souvenir coin. It's going to South Korea in August, and there is a Korean wing, so we will make our way over there. It's going to be a long flight, yeah, and you probably can then out from there, or where do you go? Or do you go across the Pacific? I don't know. I've never been to Korea myself. There's a hot here. It looks like it's closed. An aviation science center, maybe for the kids back there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Fire truck, it looks like, of the era. Very cool. I mean, these planes, they're huge. I can't even get it all really in one frame. Look at that. All right, let's make our way. So we've done the 2 European hangars now. Here's some model planes. Yes, Pirates reopened today. Officially, it finally happened. I guess it didn't open right at the beginning of the day, apparently, and now it is open. I'm so jealous. I want to go on that ride again so bad. We'll be back to Disneyland definitely in August, and I think no matter how long the wait, Nikki, we're going to have to do that ride for sure. All right, you guys, so I looped back over. Sorry about that. I just lost Wi-Fi for a second. If you're still with me, which I don't know if you are, I looped back over to this Mustang to try to figure out, and there's a placard here, and it looks, so this P-51 Ford Mustang was produced in 2009, and it features, it's trimmed with badges of red and yellow checkerboard pattern of the 357th Fighter Group of World War II. So that's why this ended up, hey Gaga, that's my mom, thanks for joining. So that's the connection. This Ford Mustang features badges that pay tribute to the 357th Fighter Group of World War II. So there you have it. I didn't see that the first time around. So these yellow and red badges here on the car are themed for that particular fighter pilot group, and why it ended up in the World War II European hangar. So that's why we're looking at this here. So you see the badges. Very cool. So crazy. Oh, look at this. I missed this the first time around. This truck, that's so cool. It's a 1941 Mercedes-Benz L3000S diesel truck. That is cool. Oh, and there's a picture of it. A little faded. Wow. Pretty cool. Oh, look at her. She's got like almost a witch theme with a pointy hat on top. Little bewitched action. Yeah, Mitch the Witch too. Huh. The stuff they come up with. I want to see Donald Duck. I don't think we'll see it in here, but oh, this is cool. We're walking right under the wing here of the B-17. Look at this. Look at this. So huge. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, that's so crazy. Wow. Oh, that's rad. Sorry, while I nerd out here. Yes, they do still work. They are all of the planes inside of the hangars are operational. The planes on display outside the museum are models. They explained that to me when I walked in. So these planes are kept in working order. Oh, this plane, the Spitfire British Pursuit, a fighter plane is in action. Look at that. Wow. So cool. It makes me think of Top Gun. Did you guys see the new Top Gun? Jesse went to see it, and I have not seen it. I still need to see Buzz Lightyear. There's so much I need. I finally watched, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It was pretty mad. It was pretty crazy. Did you guys see that one? But I need to see the new Top Gun. This is making me feel those Top Gun vibes for sure. All right, cool. So we have looked through the 2 European World War II hangars that they have here at the Palm Springs Air Museum. And it looks like they have a timeline. I don't know if you guys saw over there, they have the map of Europe and North Africa, so it shows the different points of battle. Oh, did you see it? What did you think, Sled City Elevators? Let us know. I heard mixed things about it. These look like old wooden propellers. Look at that when you walk in. Wow. Pretty crazy. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna head into the Pacific Theater of Operations. The hangar donations by Robert J. Pond made this possible. And here's our crew. So they maintain the planes here. Bob and Pete, thank you for doing that. You got a timeline over the Pacific. This is also World War II. So we've got a whole, there's just a lot you could spend a whole day in here. Just checking out all of this history. So much. Do you guys have any 4th of July plans? Let us know in the chat. I'm going to try to live stream the Knott's Berry Farm fireworks for you guys. I don't know if I'll be able to, just because I will be with my family, and it just depends on Wi-Fi and crowds and everything. But if I can, just keep those notifications on, because I can't really schedule it in advance. So just a heads up about that if you want to see that. Thank you to everyone that's turned on all notifications so you don't miss anything. And anybody that's new, we do new, every Thursday is a new vlog, a new experience, SoCal experience. This is a serious, can you imagine? It's hard to even comprehend. I can't even imagine being in that position and needing to operate this kind of machine gun out the back of a plane. That's just, I mean, it almost seems like you'd accidentally hit your tail, and I mean, it's really frightening to think about, but you know, this is how it's done. This is how it was done. Pretty brave, pretty crazy if you think about it, because you know, flying was pretty new technology in the 40s, the 30s and 40s. So it's really crazy to think about. Wow. So apparently a husband-wife team made a lot of these model planes that we're seeing. So that's pretty cool. Very intricate. Look at, you could see the inside of the planes and some of the mechanics. So there's incredible detail on these models. We've got some gloves, it looks like, and a helmet. And look at that jacket, you guys. Wow. So crazy. They have some plaques here about the restoration projects that they've done. I mean, look how rusted the parts are of these planes, probably when they first started restoring them. And to think that they can drive them around the hangar even today is pretty incredible. That one's really pretty. They've got documentaries running. Oh, and then every hangar has a map. So you see where there was points of conflict throughout the Pacific are the red dots. So sad. Really sad. Yeah. Oh, they even have some model warships here. Look at that. I would not want to be underwater. I'd much rather be, I'm afraid of heights, and I still would rather be in the air than the water. It would just feel so claustrophobic, I think. A lot of the volunteers here, you guys, are vets. So they've served America in some shape or form, and now volunteer their time here. So if you're here, or if you're thinking of coming by and you see a volunteer, they might have some amazing stories, firsthand stories to share with you. I just can't get over this, like going like, whoa, like we're flying, and whoa, it's so crazy. Oh, and then look at, this is where they'd like drop a warhead out of there. That's insanity. Oh, such a crazy time. A life raft transmitter called the Gibson Girl. So if you were needing SOS call, you'd be in a raft with this little doohickey. That's it. Okay, Paul, thanks for coming in and joining the chat. Thank you to everyone that came over via Paul's recommendation. I really appreciate you guys. Have fun, Paul. We'll see you soon. Hopefully tomorrow night for fireworks, if I can pull it off. Time will tell, you guys. That's why I haven't scheduled it, because I don't know. I don't know yet, but I thought I would do this because, you know, at the very least, do some kind of 4th of July all-American vlog for you guys as we enter into the 4th of July weekend. You guys stay safe, stay cool. It's hot in Southern California. Wow. That's so crazy. Whoa. Oh, so these are some of the models that they were telling me about. It's a husband-wife team that built these, you guys. So cool. Look at that. Down to, those look like rolls of toilet paper, maybe? Towels. There's the beds. There's a little desk, maybe like an officer's desk. It's got a vanity mirror maybe, or a compass. I don't know what's on there, with some books. Pretty cool. Oh, look at this. They even did models of the Titanic. Wow. So these must be cruise ships of the era. Wow. No giant water slides. There. Wow. So the Queen Mary too. One of the Queen Marys is in Long Beach. Would you guys be into that? I would totally go do that. That would be fun. Go see. We could do it at Halloween time. See if we hear or see any ghosts. Apparently it's haunted. I actually did have an experience in the Queen Mary where we were there. I was in a vaudeville show. It was New Year's Eve, and it was like a New Year's Eve dinner theater that I was performing in way back. This is like a different lifetime, when I was, in college, or just out of college. And it was actually Jesse. I think Jesse was with me. I think we were first dating, and we got into the elevator on the Queen Mary, and we were supposed to go up to one of like the conference rooms or wherever they were doing the performance. And instead, the elevator took us down to the hull, and it was really creepy. And the door opened, and we're like, where are we? We did not press that button. So I don't know if someone down there was like playing a trick on us, thought it was funny to freak us out. But yeah, that was my Queen Mary. Kind of vaguely felt like I had experienced a Queen Mary ghost experience, but who knows? Maybe someone was just messing with us, or had just pressed the button. But nobody was there, like there was nobody down there. It was like where all the gear works and everything is, like at the bottom of the ship. Like it's not where you're supposed to go, So, wow, you guys, this is so cool. All right, so apparently for the Korean wing, Paul missed the Korean wing. I was excited for him. Oh, here, this is cool. King of the Cats. That almost looks like, one of the Disney characters from like, one of the animal movies, like either Jungle Book or Robin Hood. I feel like a Disney animator might have done this one. I'm just imagining. That's not official. That's just me gossiping. But let's see what else we find here. See, this to me doesn't look like a Disney, and this more looks like Tom and Jerry. It's crazy. Weapons of World War II. Wow, look at this cabinet. It's crazy. I mean, it's just amazing how old all of these weapons look. It's just not that long ago. Wild. Look at a sword. Can you imagine? What are you gonna do with that? I guess maybe you'd more just like carry it. It's haunted. I agree, Nikki. It's haunted. What is this, an old pinball machine from the era? That's cool. This is a 1938 Bally Squadron pinball. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I don't have a quarter handy, but I think you can play it. That's fun. I should do like a short, oh yeah, there's a little coin slot. I wonder if you can actually actually, if it's operational. I'll have to test it out when I'm done, if I have time. Oh, there, look. An old Rancho Mirage street sign, because we have Bob Hope Drive, so they probably saved an old sign and stuck it in here. Because he did all the war propaganda films, of course. And there's his doll. It's so crazy. Like, he was kind of like a Captain America of his time, where he would just basically make the soldiers feel really great, entertain them, and kind of be a model of like how you should be. Entertaining the troops. His golf ball, his golf bag, his clubs. Wow. Oh, and here's a replica stage. How cool. So if you were a troop, you might see American entertainers come and perform for you on a stage like this. Wow. They still do that. I have a friend who does stand-up, and she goes and entertains the troops and does stand-up. So crazy. And then this is how you would live when you're not getting entertained. There's a lot of other times where you might be like, what have I gotten myself into exactly? Look at that. Wow. Oh. So crazy. All right, so we'll head into the Korean wing. Here's the uniforms of World War II. Looks pretty hot. Very hot. I wouldn't want to be in Hawaii in a wool jacket. There's some more of the model airplanes. Just can't see very well because of the reflection. There's a little bit of a glare. Oh, and here they have another replica, like you're on a battleship. Wow. Working on their strategy. Oh no, this is the signing aboard the USS Missouri, the end of World War II. What a traumatic time. So crazy. Jeez. Yeah, wow. Whew. All right, so. Okay, so let's see what's going on out here. We're gonna go to the Korean. It's gonna get heavy, you guys. We're going to the Korea-Vietnam hangar. So whatever your feel about it, this is history. I've got a lot of mixed emotions myself about war. But here we are today. We're back out here in the desert. I feel like I could get locked out here in the heat. I don't have water, but I guess not. All right, so there's more planes. And there's 2 more hangars. If you hang on with me, just a sec, I lost my hat. And yeah, we're out here in the it's probably about 115 now. It's getting warmer as the day goes on. I can't really see because it's so bright, but you guys can hopefully see. I got the era music playing and the gorgeous Palm Springs mountain range in the background here. So beautiful, you guys, despite it being really hot. Right about now, we need a pool. Okay, so just to turn around really quick and show you, these are the outside of the hangars we were walking through. And then there's all these planes, really different. And where we're headed now is into the Korea Vietnam wing. And then we'll see the stealth. So the planes are getting a little more streamlined, smaller, faster. Wow. Oh, and look, you can see the Palm Springs International. This is a wide angle lens, so I don't know if you guys can see that far back, but you can see the International Airport Tower here. And the Palm Springs International Airport, which we just flew out of for the first time. We did a travel vlog. It's not the most amazing travel vlog we've ever done because it was kind of just a really long, crazy travel day with kids. But I did post a video if you want to see the inside of this airport, or at least just a little bit of the inside of the airport. We went from Palm Springs all the way to Fort Myers, Florida. And we had a layover in Denver. And there is our famous airport. It doesn't look like much from here, but it's really beautiful. It kind of looks like a UFO type shape. And it was designed by architect Donald Wexler. He's a local, well, he's passed now, but he is kind of a big deal in the mid-century modern world. So it's a pretty cool piece of mid-century modern architecture that we have here. So that's pretty cool. You can see it from here. This would be a cool spot. It's a little too hot for me to sit out here. I might fall over. I mean, it is really hot, you guys. My camera might overheat too, but this is a cool spot on a cooler day to watch the planes take off and land, because they'd be going right overhead. Maybe we'll get lucky on the way out of the hangar and we'll see one taking off and landing. And it's, of course, always very windy out here in this part of Palm Springs. So sorry about any wind noise, you guys. Let's get back into the AC, shall we? I always get nervous about, like, if something were to happen and you get stuck in the heat with no water, you wouldn't last long. Unfortunately, people do go out on the trails and they don't bring enough water, and it's common for people to die of heat exhaustion in the summer. So just basically don't hike in Palm Springs if you're a tourist in the summer. It's deadly. That's my public service. Two, there's more to look at, but we're gonna find our way into the Korea wing here. Korea, Vietnam. Get out of the, I feel like I am, you guys can't see me right now, I am trying to survive in the desert. It really doesn't take long for you to really feel the elements out here. Like, okay, make it to the wing. All right, here we go. All right. Whew. Oh, that would be cool. If I find myself in Northern California, Lori, I will definitely check it out. I do find these air museums are always way more interesting than I would have ever imagined. And a lot of times they have really neat, like, restaurants right on the runway. Like, we have a neat air museum in Santa Monica, if you guys are in SoCal, and it sounds like there's one in Santa Rosa. I've been to a neat one out in, I think it was Camarillo, has a little airport and museum, and a bunch of jets that are operational there too. This is cool. Look at this. This is so 60s, you guys. Look at this. Wait, let's see what we're looking at. Take me home, Huey. There's a symbolic 1960s and 70s pop culture imagery. So that's what this map is. Look at how much things have changed. Look at that. Just from decade to decade. They're not messing around now. No more cute little cartoons. Apple pie. Oh, I'm hungry. That looks good. muscle cars. Yeah. Oh, ladies are getting bustier and sexier. Look at this car. Please admire, but do not touch. Wow. There's a Marines Jeep here, vehicle here. There's a helicopter up there. They have a lot here, you guys. Wow. And this is my first time, so I'm discovering it, exploring this air museum with you guys for the first time. Kind of thinking we'll come back and see what else they've moved around and what there is to see. Wow, look at that video. See, the photography is getting more advanced too. Photography is actually a product of war, which is really interesting. Much of the technology in photography, all the way dating back to the Civil War, was moved forward by the necessities of the military, whether it was surveillance or aerial photography. So photography actually is very closely intertwined with wartime, which is very interesting. Looking a little more cool with his aviators. Lori Jean sharing there's another air museum in Chino that she's recommending. Definitely something I don't think people think about when they're, making their list for maybe a visit, say, to Palm Springs or Northern California. But this is for sure really cool, especially if you're into history. Some patches. There's a Cold War timeline here. Wow. Now this is not operational. Oh, you know what? This is cool. We can go inside of this. This is for display. Oh, wow, you guys. It makes me nervous even to be in here. And I'm on the ground and it's not operational. Wow. Imagine sitting there being like, where am I going to be in a couple minutes? Am I still going to be here? Wow. It's crazy. So this is the flying boxcar. Yeah, so you jump out of here by parachute. Wow.
Malcolm, stay here. Malcolm.
Let's take a look. Oh, someone's in there, so I'll let him have his time. I'll loop back, you guys, because there's people that want to experience this. I don't want to disrupt their experience as a guest. But this is really crazy cool. Oh, and there's a flight simulator. For anyone that's wanting to just go all day, there's a flight simulator that I might have to check out. I'll put timestamps. This is going to be a really long live. Wow, look at that. Warhead. Is that what I'm looking at? My goodness. No. So sad, you guys. Jeez. Really amazing the impact our choices have had on where we are today. Here's some more penny pinchers from this era, and they do have a map here outlining, the geography of this part of our war timeline. She's kind of from the past era, isn't she? She almost looks like they put some dude's head on her. Just reacting to these images. Oh, and in Mountain View, Nikki, there's one. All right, so there's a little bit of a wait to go up into the cockpit. So we'll just, we'll see how we do. I think the coolest thing is the wrap on that helicopter. Just how it's so subculture, kind of psychedelic, a mix-up, a mashup of all things like 60s and 70s. And it really reflects probably like how the soldiers were feeling, what inspired them, you know, what kept them going day to day. And here we have, the prisoner of war bracelets. So sad, even to this day, a lot of family wondering what happened to their loved ones. It's almost harder, I think, to not know. That's really sad, but I'm so glad that they have so many tributes here, because you really do need to remember all of the people that, you know, for better or worse, got wrapped up in our huge war culture, we'll call it. There's a wall of remembrance and supporters, people that have probably supported the Air Museum. Wow. I think I'm gonna move on to the stealth wing hangar. That's the newest display here, you guys. So they have been working on that for a while and anticipating it. It just opened 3 weeks ago. I just found that out today. Wow, look at this Thunderbird pilot. Look at that getup. So crazy. There's the Thunderbird officers. Wow. So this is just a front view of this cargo plane here. But you do have to kind of just wait your turn, and I don't know how long it'll take. So, and I'm ready for lunch. I feel like I kind of snacked for lunch today. So, there's another view of this helicopter. It's crazy long too. Look at the propeller. Oh, so insane. Look at all their duffel bags on top. So wild. It's hard to even imagine, to be honest. But again, a lot of vets volunteer here, so you can talk to them and learn about their firsthand experience. So if you're interested in history and, you know, stories from these wars and experiences that people had, they're here to volunteer and share their story with you. Pretty awesome. All right, so this is the newest wing here. Home of the Stealth Fighter. Donations by provided by James R. Houston Pavilion, named for the people that helped make this happen. This is a restriction saying museum guests only. I've got my sticker. We are good. We're gonna look at this F-117 Nighthawk. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is pretty exciting. Look at this, you guys. Here we go. This actually is pretty incredible. Wow. Look at that. Jeez. You wouldn't even see this coming. Look at that reflective surface. No cartoons on this puppy. You won't have time to see it. You won't know it hit you. Look at that, here's a model. Yeah, wow, Chris, totally. Wow. I need to move back so you can try to see the whole thing here. That's badass, I have to say. I don't know that I've ever seen one of these in person. I've maybe as a child, my dad would point out when I would hear one. I grew up near Vandenberg. It used to be called Vandenberg Air Force Base. These are probably to protect people. These are probably like points here. It says remove before flight. Wow. What a weapon. Look at that. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, the aerodynamics. Yeah, no, I thought, you're right, Mom. I just thought this would be very in the theme of 4th of July as we enter the 4th of July weekend. I mean, a different war to be sure, the independence from, Great Britain, but now I do need to watch Top Gun. It's so true. Yeah, Mom, and the kids are free. Kids under 12 are free, you guys. So if you live in the area, this is, a pretty cool place to take your kids, especially when it's so hot out. We don't do the zoo and some of the other outdoor activities in the summer because it's just too hot. But right now, you want to find indoor air-conditioned activities. Look at this. There is some animation here, the Black Devil, and it's signed probably by the pilots. Look at that. Wow, it's just everything about this. They're just not messing around. It's just getting scarier and scarier as we progress through the war timeline here. Like, we don't play. This is insane. Yeah, so like I was saying, I feel like my dad would be like to hear that pop, that bang. It would be, one of these aircraft breaking the sound barrier, right? Like I feel like I vaguely remember that happening. And of course, my brother, he lives in Lompoc with my sister-in-law, and they will go outside and watch rockets blast off from Vandenberg. It's no longer called Vandenberg Air Force Base. It's called like Space Center or something, where they have a lot of commercial flights now. I think it's not just it's not government per se. Look at this. It's a bar, you guys, and a table, and it's signed. There's a commander and the different pilots. It says September 31st, 1989. This is so Top Gun, Lori. You're so right. This is for sure. I want to go back and watch the original movie. That is what I want to do. These tables are really, you can almost feel the feeling at the bar. Like how insane like that would feel to be like, these are the moments in between the crazy moments inside of one of these incredibly fast war machines. We have a lot of local fallen soldiers, you guys. So, everywhere I go, I see a lot of tributes, which I think is awesome, because I think you need to keep it in perspective and remember the real people who sacrificed their lives. So we can run around and be crazy Americans. I don't know. I have a lot of opinions about it, but here is the War on Terror, which interesting wording here, but this is their timeline here. It's kind of a conceptual, and also with the Cold War, it started to become more and more a psychological war, right? And where we are today, where it's almost, it feels almost surreal and unreal, where we're at today. Like, it's just kind of getting more and more disorienting as we go on the track that we're on. For better or worse. Here's the history of the Skunk Works. Wow. So crazy. Look at that. So that's what we're standing next to right now. Wow. That's insane. So we'll take one last good look here at this feat of engineering. So insane. It would be surreal too to have served in the military and if I lose you guys. All right. So, are any planes taking off for us today? Did we get one final show? There's also a flight simulator. We'll see if we can make that happen. Jesse just called, I'm guessing. My car's in the shop today. I'm actually driving his car, which is hilarious because it has no air conditioning. So I get to drive in this, which is an experience. I kind of feel like it's like riding on horseback, or like I feel like it would be when I drive a car in this 115. I was really hoping we would, here's some more military planes out here, parked out here, that I'm glad we get to see. I saw them from the road and wasn't sure if we get to loop around, see some of this stuff. Look at this, so crazy. Like I said at the beginning, really cool. Sorry about the wind, you guys. Help that. What did we name my squirrel? She's not with me today. I'm a little brain dead in this. Not Gus. I was hoping we'd see one plane. Anyways, I think he's calling because I think my car is ready, so he has to get it from the dealership. Got an oil change today, so we can drive safely in this heat with the kids this weekend. All right, it would probably be a while. We'd probably faint out here. The camera would overheat waiting for a plane to take off. So very cool, you guys. So surreal with the World War II music playing too in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that over the wind, but it's really surreal. Oof. Well, here we are in Palm Springs. I don't know if this is an official exit, but I was thinking I'd walk you back around to see some of the planes out front where we started. Ooh, way. They've got more World War II tributes through the parking lot here. I'm thinking, see, they're from Palm Springs. So these veterans here, fallen soldiers, were local. So it's a local, it's paying tribute to our local fallen soldiers. Oh good, we're back at the lobby. Losing you guys, I'm sure the Wi-Fi doesn't reach this far. To cool down in the AC for a bit because and mentally prepare for my drive in this heat with no AC. On the asphalt is probably 200 degrees. I mean, it's so hot on these black tops. I'm not exaggerating. You could cook on this ground that I'm walking on right now. It's really hot. So we're back. We made it. We made it. Our trek through the desert. Oh, air conditioning. Oh, you can win a bike. All right. Yeah, we're back. We're back. You did lose me. I think there's about a 10-second delay right now. So this is fun. Some warplane dad shirts here, and towels, t-shirts. Oh, they've got little airplane models for the kids. I can't. Old placards. Wow, and look at this. Talk about a pin collection. Wow. Oh, cute little bomber type jackets for the kids. Or maybe they're adults, like the mom, the dad, and the kid here. How cute is that? Oh, really adorable. These are legit. This is $65 for the kids, and for dads, it's $69, $70. So not too different in price. This is amazing. This pink one. That's pretty cool. Look at this. It's even got the plane here as the zipper. That's cool. And it has the year 1942 to 1944. And the women's is $57.99. I'm guessing maybe they the kids ones are more like, you know, they probably move fast, so they're priced a little higher. Maybe the pink ones. I would wear a pink one. I think it's cool. You can hear the wind. I think there's a delay too, because I just got a comment about the wind noise, which I knew would be bad, you guys, because I don't have my squirrel. I keep wanting to say that you guys named her Fiona, and I feel really bad that I'm so hot and tired right now. I can't remember if that's what you voted for. Was it Fiona? Is that what her name is? I'll have to go back and take a look at the video. You guys voted and named my squirrel. And then, of course, Sunday, if you want to join me for my purple hair shenanigans, you guys voted for me to, I gave you 3 choices. I wanted to dye my hair for summer, just for fun. And I gave you choices. I was like, because I couldn't decide. I was like, should I do yellow, teal, or purple? And you guys really overwhelmingly voted for purple. And Sunday, I'm gonna dye my hair off camera, and then on camera, I'll blow dry it so we'll like see it together for the first time. This comes with a story of the U.S. Navy GI jacket. I'm guessing this would be more expensive. I don't see a price tag, but if you're looking for a bomber type jacket in Palm Springs, which would be probably not the place you'd be looking for one, but you never know. Some fun old retro cards, that's good to know. And some vet caps representing the different wings of the military. And here it is. I feel like this is the mug to get, right? The Nighthawk, since it's a new display. Ooh, maybe for a giveaway, that would be fun. I'm so into giveaways. I had a lot of fun with the 3,000 subscriber giveaways. I want to do more of them, you guys. So keep those notifications on. All right. It's time to go back to real life. And probably feed my kids, you know, all the usual stuff. All right, you guys, look at me. I've been out there in the heat. This has been so much fun, though. I am so glad we did this. Thank you to everyone who joined me today. Thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you for putting on your notification bells, because there will be a lot more fun here, summer fun in Super Cali Land. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Bye.